Hello and welcome to this video in which I'm going to show you something really interesting you can do with your synth pad sounds and your chords that you've created. As you should have done by now, I've created 3 different chord patterns. I'm going to name them just to be neat. I'm going to call that chords 2, that's my second idea, and that one chords 3. And I'm going to mute them all except chords 2. That's the one I want to work with. It looks like this and it sounds like this. Okay, that's the one I want to work with for the moment. Now, we're going to change up this sound to make it a bit more interesting. So what we need to do is make sure that track is selected because we're dealing with this part here. Once you've done that, once you've decided which part you want to work on, you come back over to your instrument, the ES2 synthesizer. You may have chosen a different synthesizer, that's fine, but you come back over to your ins and outs and you double click on this box and it opens up our complicated looking synthesizer. I'm just going to move it over here out of the way for a bit. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so we can see what's going on. Now, this has got lots of different controls on it. The one I want you to look for is this one that says cut. It's 2 that say cut. That's the cut-off frequency. It's dealing with the frequencies in the sound. Now, whichever synthesizer you've chosen, you should be able to find a control that says cut or cut off somewhere on the synthesizer. So you'll have to be a bit of a detective and have a look if you haven't chosen the ES2 synthesizer. But this should be on your synthesizer somewhere, cut or cut off. Now, have a listen to the difference it makes when I move one of these cut off controls around while the sound is playing. Here it comes. So it makes the sound a lot more interesting and makes it move in a really good way. So we want to record ourselves doing that. Here's how to do it. Make sure you're on the right track that you want to change up. And you come over here to what we call the channel strip. And you find this box that says off. But we're going to click on that box and we're going to change it to say touch. And what that means is any of the controls we touch now, Logic's going to remember what we've done. So if I get ready with this cutoff and I play my track by pressing the space bar and move that cutoff control, Logic's going to remember what we've done. Let's try it. Here it comes. And there we go. I did it and moved it up, brought it back down again, and it made the sound change. Now, I'm going to come back down to where it says touch. This is really important. Don't forget to click and hold and turn it back to read. Otherwise, everything we touch, Logic's going to remember and record it. Let's have a listen to the difference that's made to our sound. And we should be able to see on this control up here, as my track plays, that's going to move because it's remembered what we did. Let's have a look and see. And it's done it. So what we've actually just done, and it sounds really complicated, is that we've automated an instrument parameter. In other words, we've recorded changes we've made to one of the controls on our synthesizer. Have a go at that. You can automate absolutely any of the controls in any of the plug-in instruments. So it does make things potentially, as you move forward and learn a bit more, really creative. But have a go at that one. Find the cutoff on your synthesizer, turn it to touch over here, play your track, move it round, turn it back to read, and see what difference